No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 13-year-old kid has bad grades in school, and so, of course, his mother goes to punish him. That's the appropriate thing to do, you know. If your kid doesn't do good in school, you take things away. Since you can't beat a child's ass anymore, because apparently spankings are child abuse. I got my ass beat several times growing up, and I'm just fine. So, mother takes away Call of Duty from the kid, right? You know, normally that's the end of it. This kid who apparently has... Oh, what is it called? What is something explosive? Intermittent explosive behavior, supposedly. Which, apparently this is something that they have random fits of, like, rage. Some sort of psychological disorder, but anyway. This kid got his Call of Duty taken away from him. So, what does he do? He tries to rape his mother and then riddles her body with rounds from a 22 caliber Ruger rifle. This rifle was purchased by his mother for him at the age of 11. Now, me personally, I've grown up around guns. You know, my father drilled it into me, you know, never look into the barrel, never, you know, never do this, never do that. Always make sure that the safety's on when you're not using it. You know, I was given gun safety from a very young age. My dad took me to the range, like the gun range, at like 8 or 9. So, you know, I can't say anything about buying an 11-year-old a rifle. A 22 caliber isn't a lot when it comes to rifles. That's like a pea shooter. The ammo is very inexpensive, and it's a very popular model for inexperienced shooters, because it's a very lightweight type of model gun, you know, a model rifle, and the ammunition's very cheap. But anyways, he tried to rape his own mother, and then shot her dead with this 22 Ruger. This is not the kind of publicity, you know, this is not the kind of news that we need. We have Congress and all these talks about gun control laws, banning assault rifles and such, and how video games are always being blamed for violence. This is not good, people. I don't even know what makes you want to rape your own mother, first of all. When they found her body, she had her pajama top was pulled open, and she was like naked from the waist down. Freud would have a field day with this kid. And, you know, they're gonna blame the guns. They're gonna blame the video games. They're not going to blame any sort of psychological disorder, which apparently the kid has. You know, it's either something wrong mentally, or there's some sort of environmental factor when it comes to video games and gun violence actually occurring. You know, when Columbine happened, you had Eric Harris. You know, he was apparently being bullied in school. So what did he want to do? He wanted to take it out on everyone that ever did anything to him, and then some. But it was totally the video games. You know, just because he used Doom as target practice, or as a form of, to prepare him and his friend, whose name always escapes me, but I think it's like Klebold or something. I don't remember. Just... And what makes it so bad is that he confessed to the dispatcher when he called 911 himself that, he's like, I can't believe it, I did it, I killed my own mother, what was I thinking, I tried to rape her, and his mother had made him homemade donuts just earlier that evening, and he texts his father, and his dad's like, he's like, I accidentally killed Mom, I regret it, or it was typoed in, like, the text. He says, I regret it, which I don't think egret is a real word, but if it is, that would be a new one for me. But anyway, his basically is like, Dad, I think I killed Mom, you need to come home. And of course, his dad, didn't take him seriously because his mom, like the kid's mom, his wife or whatever, played video games with him. So he was like, okay, jokingly replies, okay, just take the body out to the grove, I'll deal with it when I get home. Which, that sounds like something, I can see a parent doing. It's like, oh, they're joking, you don't actually expect to come home and find your wife dead because your 13-year-old kid shot her dead. And then tried to, and apparently tried to rape her in the process. Man, it's going to be a fucking doozy with this one. Oh, God. Human psychological, like, the human brain never ceases to amaze me. How somebody can do certain things. And maybe that's why I've always had such an attraction for, like, psychology. As I did take a year of it. But I got nothing, people. I have nothing. This is not going to reflect well on either guns or gaming. Especially if this gets, like, really big. Like, if this starts some sort of thing, And then what makes it worse is the fact that this family, the last name was Crooks, apparently. They have no history of domestic violence. They have no history of, anything that could have led to this. The boy apparently just has, some, I'm using that word apparently a lot, but anyways, the boy seems to have some sort of psychological disorder. But that's not going to get blamed for any of this, it's going to be, oh, well, he had access to a gun and he was playing a violent video game. It's the last thing we fucking need. It really is. I'm trying to think. And when he called 911 and he put in the call for the dispatch and he talked to the dispatch for apparently 10 minutes, and apparently the whole time he just seemed to be some sort of like emotionless void. Just this blank slate when the dispatch was talking to him, even when they arrested him. They found the rifle, propped up against a chair. Just kind of propped up, but that just tops everything off. Why not? Sure, let's just anyways, yeah, the father got a phone call from the police, was told, you need to come home. I can't even imagine what's going through the father's brain, and I mean, my condolences go out to the Crooks family for the, the loss of the mother, or the wife. That's somebody's wife, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's mother, that just got butchered. Well, I can't even say butchered. There was no knife involved. I don't know. Thoughts and opinions on this? Leave them in the bottom. I'm pretty fucking disgusted over this shit. How the fuck? And I just can't. I don't know if the family knew that their child had this mental disorder. And I hate to blame a mental disorder. That's the last thing I want to do. But if you have anger problems, fucking get them checked out. Because you never know when you're going to have that one little thing that's going to be the determining factor in someone else's life. I mean, I try not to get angry, I mean, yes, in my videos sometimes I get frustrated and I might get angry, but I don't actually get angry in my videos. I may have, actually once ever, but I think I even followed that up with, I am legitimately angry. I don't know. Anyways, thoughts, comments. There's even a link to an article down below. Fuck. If there's anything else that I might have missed about this article that you want to point out, point it out. If you want to make a response video, make a response video talking about your thoughts on it. But my basic thoughts are this. If they knew that their child had this disorder, was there anything they could do about it? Were they doing something about it? If they were, then were they, doing the proper follow-up procedures? Were they doing the proper follow-up therapy that was needed? Did they, there's a couple of factors here that, and the other thing, and I'm glad I remembered this. The other thing, there's a reason that we have the ESRB here, for a reason, to rate our video games. Why is a 13-year-old playing Call of Duty, which is an M-rated game, if I remember right? Due to heavily, heavily realistic blood and gore and violence. There's a reason that games have these ratings. A 13-year-old should be playing something that's E for everyone or T for teen. Should not be playing anything that's rated M for mature at all. I don't remember what I said Call of Duty was, but yeah, it's probably, like I said, it's M for mature, whatever it was I said, M for mature. And the rating system works if you follow it. Parents need to stop buying God of War for their 8-year-old kid. They need to stop buying, Duke Nukem Forever for their 12-year-old because boobies. God of War because boobies and things getting impaled and everything being torn to shreds, or Call of Duty because boom, headshot. Or, I don't know. Anyways, leave a comment below. Video responses are welcome too. Your thoughts and opinions on it. I think people need to fucking follow the damn ESRB, though. There's a fucking reason that we have it. There's a fucking reason it's there. Fucking use it. But that's another touchy issue I may talk about in another video. Anyways, yeah, leave thoughts, opinions, comments, whatever below on this fucking bullshit. I just wanted to give a quick mention, Miss Rosie722. She's the one that linked me the article, and I was like, this is pretty serious shit. So I felt the need to bitch about it. Yeah. So anyways, thanks to her for the article. Take care, everybody.